Naruto?
Hold up,
Are
hold
you
up,
going
hold
to
up, hold up,
watch
hold up,
it again?
hold up.
Oh man, it's
No, no, no,
going
no,
to be
that's not okay.
fun.
Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good.
So watching anime on early YouTube was kind of this weird thing. At the time, none of us really knew how anime works, so it was kind of confusing to say the least. We didn't really have like simulcasts or like wikis or like release dates or really any information, honestly. All we knew was like Japan was like really far ahead and that the fan subs would come on average once or twice a week. And most of the times, that's really kind of all you had to go on. So alright, cool. You log onto YouTube and you search for Naruto episode 85, part 1 to 3. This is important because YouTube used to have around a 10-minute time limit for videos, and that kind of really got in the way of things. That or internet speeds were so slow that uploading a full episode might not be possible in one sitting. You click the video and you hear something like this.
Ed, are you asleep?
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Not yet.
I just noticed, but I think
Or you see something kind of like this. And the video quality would be something like this, which I swear is a quality that's way too low for YouTube to even detect at this point. The subs would be these awkward blue, cyan, pink colors that you could really only read on like a plain black screen. Sometimes they'd be like way out of sync and have like these weird text glitches that look like somebody had a stroke on their keyboard. People would often use Japanese words in the sub and then try to hit you with a little asterisk on top, giving you the definition of what it means. But this kind of caused problems because either the words would be so similar that it kind of didn't matter, or they'd give you this really long-winded explanation at the top. And the only way you can really read it all is if you pause, read the top, then read the bottom. And that kind of really killed the pace of things. And on the other end of the spectrum, it'd be just a synonym for the word. Oh, you know, this is my Nakama. And then on top, it just says Nakama means crew. But at that point, either way, wouldn't you just put the word itself there? I mean, if one way killed the pacing and one way was just no different, then, you know, it's kind of weird. It was a really weird situation. At some point it became a meme and it's really funny to see, but it was really something that happened all the time. I'd like to think that the Naruto dubbing team was aware of this and they kind of just threw it in as a joke. Naruto always saying, oh, my ninja way. Kind of much like how the subbers would do that, but I kind of don't think that's the case, but if it was, it'd be pretty funny. Now in today's modern viewing anime era, we both know that these are awful and unwatchable, but back in those days, that's really kind of all we had. So we watched it. Now I know what you're thinking. How can we manage to watch any of this? Well, when you had to choose between nothing or watching a 12-year-old Mexican Naruto fight Sasuke, you know we're gonna watch it. The dub on Toonami only comes on like once a week and we're a whole show behind. We didn't even know about Shippuden. While you're searching for the episode that's supposed to air next week on YouTube, you find out there's Naruto Shippuden. So you decide to click where to find out some weird fan art or fan animation, and then you find out, holy shit, this is actually real. And then you realize that, oh my god, we're so far behind. Once again, we really didn't know how anime really worked, and this stuff wasn't exactly easy to find in the early to mid 2000s. See, this era of anime watching isn't really talked about anymore. Trying to watch just about anything was difficult. Sometimes parts wouldn't line up, sometimes someone would upload parts 1 and 3 and 2 is nowhere to be found. It just made no sense. Like, why would you upload 1 and then 3 and then 2's nowhere and you're just looking for it for like hours? And sometimes just to mess with you, people would post a video where the thumbnail looks fine, the title's fine, the time length is fine, and it turns out to just be a still image of Naruto for 9 minutes and 59 seconds with a sound that sounds like dial-up loading up on a computer. Other times you'll spend hours scrolling through hundreds of videos just so the best thing you get's an AMV version of Naruto, the linking part. How sometimes people would upload the whole episodes raw. I don't know if those of you now know what a raw anime episode's like, but it's essentially no subs, no fan dubs, just episodes straight from Japan. People in the comments would straight lie, swearing they can speak Japanese and would translate parts of the episodes completely inaccurately. You have friends at school that swear they saw the sub version and know 100% what's going on in the episode, but there's no secret channel, no secret video, no link that they can really give you. And that goes for all anime essentially in that era. Sonic X, Pokemon, Bleach, One Piece, anything that really came on TV. All of them essentially went through the same anime YouTube process. But as time went on, fan subbers started to organize. Fan subs had a set schedule, and instead of being just one guy who knows Japanese and English, it's a team of guys who know Japanese and English. There'd be a guy who would only translate, a guy who would only make sure the subs are in sync, a guy to assign the font. Episodes are coming out quicker and quicker, and soon enough we started to catch up to what's airing on Japan. The subs became refined. There's certain YouTube channels you'd go to, there's certain websites you'd know to go to. There was on average about a 7-day turnaround per episode, which is pretty fine, you know, a week to wait, that's not too bad. You can watch the raw if you really want to, and if not, you just wait for the sub version. For really important episodes, they'd work crunch time, and they'd sometimes get it out in like 2 to 3 days, and you know the quality of the subs wouldn't be as great, but for the most part, they did really good work. Then we had what I call the golden era of anime on YouTube. This is the era where you can find just about anything. HD, 1080p, good subs, good sync, on YouTube. Full episodes. This was probably the era I personally watched the most anime. I remember watching the Yu Yu Hakusho Blu-ray dub on YouTube, and it was all for free. I'd watch Full Metal Alchemist, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, a lot of anime movies as well. Like pretty much everything you can find was there on YouTube. If you're ever curious about something, you just log onto YouTube, search it up, watch like a couple episodes, and find out if you like it or not. Essentially, YouTube was what Crunchyroll, Amazon, and Hulu is now. Sure, sometimes there'll be certain moments where the subs would mess up and like the sync would mess up, but for the most part, it was relatively good. You can watch dubs, subs, just about anything. And then as YouTube became more restrictive, copyright laws came around. That's when things switched off of YouTube to websites like Watch Cartoons Online, Kiss Anime. There's a bunch of other ones I can't even remember. And those are kind of like the leading brands. Even Crunchyroll started off as one of these websites. And then the industry really started to like buckle down and really try to take down those sites. And then those sites adapted. Now we have Crunchyroll, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. Pretty much every streaming service has anime. Simulcast is a thing, and you don't have to swim through a sea of garbage just to find something that's good or decent. It's just there. I guess what I'm trying to say is that we live in the best timeline. So next time you're sitting on your couch and loading up that Crunchyroll account you and 5 of your friends share, just remember how we went from this
I'll try my best. I'll study more.
to this.
The year is 05 and I'm feeling myself. Cop some 11s and some candy to sell. Put on my polo shirt and bicycle draws. Told my mommy pick me up for the mall and ballin'.